All right. Next up, we got New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Um, this game has the potential to be kind of sloppy. Um, Baker has not really played well this year. He's been pretty pretty erratic and pretty has Dookie Duke. He has been fumbly with the ball, and New Orleans Jameis is not looking as good as I thought he would, and so this one was a hard game for me to pick. Um, I think that Baker Mayfield gets his first win with the Panthers. I got 16-14 in a low scoring matchup. Um, think that I don't think Baker's going to perform any like particularly better or anything like that, but I think he might have a clutch throw or two. They're at home. Their backs are against the wall now, and I don't, Christian McCaffrey hasn't shown any good signs for them. I like their receivers, but there doesn't seem like they're throwing the ball to them a whole lot. Kind of like how he was doing in Cleveland. It's just you got to have a particular system for Baker, but their defense looks pretty solid. I think they'll be able to hold Jameis, who's been, I think, even more erratic with the ball. Um, at least accuracy wise. I mean, when I've seen bits and pieces of his games, it seems like he's throwing very inaccurately and doesn't seems like he's on a cold streak. So yeah, I got the Panthers 16-14. What about you?
We're not too far off on this one.
Yeah.
Same thought process, really. I had Carolina 13-10.
Okay.
Like you
It's
said,
very
both
similar.
quarterbacks not playing well. Baker has been off, to say the least, which worries me because New Orleans has a decent front, and I think they're going to come after him for sure. So hopefully Matt Rule has a plan for get the ball to DJ Moore quick, get it out of his hands, and hopefully they make some plays. That's kind of what I'm banking on.
Yeah.
That and the fact that something's got to give. I mean, he's got to get one. So I think that they have a shot because of just what New Orleans has looked like. Jameis, you never know. Um, the Saints should win this game, but I just feel like
Yeah.
Carolina's got a good shot at it. So 13-10.
Yeah, very similar scores, and I got a very similar uh, thought on what the game's gonna come out to be. Um, Jameis has looked very poor this year, and I was actually kind of high on him going in this year. I thought Michael Thomas is coming back, and Michael Thomas has looked pretty solid, honestly.
Yeah.
But Jameis, I think when he gets in over his head, when he gets confident, I feel like that's when he's at his worst. It seems like because every time he's come off a decent year, I feel like he plays complacent and he just relaxes. I think he plays better with urgency, and he when he was in uh, last year, they were trying to decide between Taysom and Jameis. So like when he played, he was playing pretty well. Now this year, he's a sure thing starter. Everyone's betting on him, and then I think that when there's expectations for him, he kind of melts. And I think Baker Mayfield, like you said,
He
something's got to
looked
give.
good before he got hurt. He
Yeah,
had a very good stretch, so that's why people were
last
saying,
year,
"Oh yeah, he's gonna come back and be good."
yeah,
But if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, I believe he would have came back down to earth like he always does. I mean, he put a string of good games together, but that's just what Jameis does.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll
He's very
see.
streaky.
I could be wrong. Him and Michael Thomas could have a big day, but I feel like it's gonna be a gritty play here, play there.
Yeah,
Baker makes something happen and pulls it off.
yeah. I think he has a moment this game. I think this is the game where he finally has a clutch moment where people be like, oh, is Baker? He'll become a little more relevant after this week. I think. Like you said, Saints should win this game. I mean, they got a better team. A lot of people have Jameis as a little bit of a better quarterback than Baker. A lot of people are down on Baker right now, so they should win this game, but I think Baker's overdue for a win this week.